So let's move on to Russell as a children's author. In November 2014, Russell released his own children's book. On the surface, this doesn't seem to be so unusual. After all, it's not uncommon for a celebrity to publish a children's book. So why should this raise any suspicion? Well, let's take a closer look at this book and the reasons Russell gives for writing it. The book is a retelling of the classic children's story The Pied Piper, and it's the first of a series of books which Russell plans to write under the name of The Trickster Tales. An interesting name, as will become more significant as we go along. Here's Russell showing the character of the Pied Piper. The character is clearly made to look like him. Secondly, the colour scheme chosen for the character is very significant indeed. Black and white checkered pattern. Where have we seen that before? Here's the floor of a Freemasonic temple, all of which have black and white checkered floors.
Russell is known for films like Forgetting Sarah Marshall and Get Him to the Greek, and for being an all-around social commentator, provocateur, and ladies' man. Here he is now, taking on the role of children's author. Get out of here.
Yes.
When people think Russell Brand, they don't think children's author.
No.
Now look, you've written a children's book, you have. Russell Brand's Trickster Tales, The Pied Piper of Hamelin. It's your take on this traditional tale.
Yeah, that's right.
Why did you do this for kids?
Because I think that fairy stories contain in them really important information that is difficult to get in any other way. Stories about community and duty and love that perhaps we don't receive in any other format. Plus, it was an opportunity to create the character of a Pied Piper who, like Chris Riddell, the illustrator, he's just sort of himself a magical bloke. He's created this character here, for me, is irresistible and sort of terrifying. He's a bit like the Droogs from Clockwork Orange.
So Russell's Pied Piper character, a children's book character, is, quote, a bit like the Droogs from Stanley Kubrick's film A Clockwork Orange. If you've not seen A Clockwork Orange, the Droogs are a group of murderers and rapists. The film is so violent that it was banned in many countries, and actually in the UK it was banned for 27 years. Do you think basing a children's book character on a murderer and a rapist is a good idea? And here's more confirmation that the character is made to look like Russell.
And a little bit like you, in a way.
Yeah, in that he's sort of a trickster, a prankster, a troublemaker, a mischief maker.
Interesting description Russell gives here to confirm that the character is based on him. Let's listen to that again.
And a little bit like you, in a way.
Yeah, in that he's sort of a trickster, a prankster, a troublemaker, a mischief maker.
He's a trickster, a prankster, a troublemaker, a mischief maker. So what about the actual story of the Pied Piper? What relevance does that have to anything?
The Pied Piper of Hamelin is a very famous story. You know what happens is the town of Hamelin is overrun by rats. They call the Pied Piper. The Pied Piper leads the...
These are very scary images.
Yeah, it's terrifying, but children can handle it. The children can handle the fear, can't they? This is spooky. But the Piper leads the rats away, cleanses them of the problem of the rats, but then the people of Hamelin don't pay him. But I think in the story, what the Piper represents is the connection to the divine, the connection to the sublime.
What Russell fails to mention here during this description of the Pied Piper story is the second part of the tale. Yes, the Pied Piper gets rid of the rats from the town, but then he comes back and he takes the town's children. He leads the children away from the town and into a cave where they are never seen again. Interesting how Russell feels that an abductor of children is a divine and sublime character.
What the piper represents is the connection to the divine, the connection to the sublime.
Of course, the key characteristic of the Pied Piper is that he takes control of people's minds and leads them astray towards destruction. Although celebrities do come out and write children's books from time to time, it certainly seems a little odd that Russell Brand would do this. What was the name of Russell Brand's character's band in those two movies? It was Infant Sorrow. Interesting choice of name. The artwork for this band is very telling as well. Here is a wolf leaping from Russell's groin area as he opens up his pants to expose himself. And this is also very symbolic. The words "just say yes" as Russell licks the end of a guitar in a suggestible manner with the name Infant Sorrow above. Just stop for a minute. What image does the phrase "infant sorrow" create in your mind? Odd that Russell is often found around children on TV. Now, of course, on the surface, this could be explained away by the fact that Russell just likes children. Nothing sinister, he just enjoys children's company. It could be that simple, sure. But taking into consideration everything we've covered so far, and the fact that child abuse is a running theme with the controlling dark forces on this planet, it would be very unwise not to carefully analyse Russell's behaviour around children to see if there's anything concerning going on.
Yeah, I want children quite a lot, to the point of getting involved in other people's children and sort of hijacking children.
These are my friends' children from near where I live, Dolly and Frankie. Come here, you two. Don't be scared or nothing.
They look shy, but it's
Don't
all
act
right.
like you've not met me. Sit down. Be normal.
Hi.
There they are.
So tell me about these two.
These two children are friends of mine that live near me. I'm friends with their mum, and I love them quite a lot. Frankie, do you love me a little bit?
He does. Well done. He does.
Do you think I'm a nice person? Yeah. Do you know Lorraine? You watch Lorraine on the telly sometimes, don't you?
Oh, it's lovely to see you.
Don't be shy, darling.
Look, are you going to stand as London Mayor? Gosh, you would be some London Mayor.
Frankie, you're not going to stand as London Mayor. You don't have any policies. You don't offer solutions in your book.
Yeah.
Yes,
okay.
darling. Do you think that I should be Mayor of London, Frankie?
Yeah.
He seems pretty
Frankie
committed.
thinks so.
Frankie,
Frankie
he's
so.
not actually eligible to vote, so he's not really very helpful for me. What do you want, darling? Not really very helpful for me. What do you want, darling? Do you want your mum? Not really very helpful for me. What do you want, darling? Do you want your mum? He's not actually eligible to vote, so he's not really very helpful for me. What do you want, darling?
That is brilliant. That is so funny.
Yeah, that's how, if I was going to run for mayor, I would run under the slogan, Russell Brand will look after your children. If I was going to run for mayor, I would run under the slogan, Russell Brand will look after your children.
Thank you for coming in. Good luck with everything that you do.
Darling.
And give these children back to their mother, would you?
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Give these children back to their mother, would you?
Russell Brand will look after your children.
Is it still with us?
Well, yeah, I think people are paedophiles, aren't they? So it seems
people
to
in
be
public
happening.
life, people...
Presumably. People are paedophiles, aren't they? So
Yeah,
it seems
people
to be
in public
happening.
life, people...
Presumably. Presumably.
Dirty bastard.